Oh, alright.
Thank you, guys. As always, you have...
Get that lung up, you don't need it.
Oh, fucking hell. Definitely don't.
As always, you have me, GD, you have Cajr, you have Doc, and this week we are joined by Billy. How are you guys doing this week?
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm tired and pooped and fed up with exams.
Oh, yeah. How is your revision going, by the way?
It's alright, not too bad.
When did you start doing tests? Was it today or the other day?
I had an exam yesterday.
Yesterday.
It went well though, so I'm pretty happy with it.
That's cool, that's cool.
Thank you.
But let's talk about something better. Let's talk about games. And I think we should start by talking about one of the biggest news stories of this week, Assassin's Creed Syndicate. Yes, if you haven't heard, the next Assassin's Creed game is going to be called Assassin's Creed Syndicate. It is going to be set in Victorian England, and the main protagonist this time is Jacob Frey and his sister Evie, and some other guys.
Doc, what's that? Is that a pen? That fluffy thing?
You're right, Doc.
You're not having a good night, are
You're
you?
not having a really good night, are you?
It'll be an hour and 40 minutes to get home. No.
Let's say your mic's a little bit quiet as well, mate.
It's because it's not next to my mouth.
There you go.
Anyway, back to Assassin's Creed.
Yes. First thing is that it's going to be coming out on the 23rd of October. It's going to be coming out on the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One on that date, and then it's also going to be coming out on PC sometime during the autumn. But they haven't given an actual date for PC
Next
yet.
year.
Yeah. Have you guys got Rogue yet?
Technically, we haven't got Rogue
Exactly.
on Xbox One and PS4.
I haven't actually got that one yet. No, it's one I want to buy. Forgot about that one,
Go on.
actually.
It's the
Last
only-
one I
it's
played
the
was
only-
Black Bag.
That's the only one I've not played yet.
Oh, I haven't played Revelations either. I completely skipped that one.
Why? That was the end of Ezio's story, though.
It's more technically the end of Ezio's story was.
No, he makes a brief cameo in Chronicles.
Yeah, you haven't seen the mini movie for it yet.
Okay, for the gaming thing, in the games, his story ended at Revelations.
Fair enough.
Old man Ezio with his
Oh.
Zimmerfreen assassin blades.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, like I said, Jacob Frey, he basically both him and his sister are not native to London, where it's mainly set, but they are working the criminal underground during the Victorian era, which is different. We get to
Yeah.
be criminals.
I
that's
don't want to know why they dropped the Victory, because originally it was Assassin's Creed Victory.
Well, it turns out Victory was just a code name for it.
Yeah,
It was
but
going to be Syndicate no matter what.
It's because victory against Uni.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, it's supposed to be set 80 years after Unity anyway.
Yeah.
So yeah, and it looks good. I'm looking forward to it. Something else kind of took my interest and pushed me over the edge of wanting to buy the game.
Kitty.
The kitty. If you haven't seen it yet, the assassin kitty.
My cat's gonna kill that cat straight away. No weapons, just take it down.
Is your
Yeah,
kitty a
what-
Templar?
Probably. Yeah, actually, they're evil. It's pure evil.
Just the pure evil cat. But the one other big story from it is there's going to be no multiplayer in this Assassin's Creed title, which is I really hope the story is going to be good. Because
well, if they're doing no multiplayer, then they can focus solely on the story. It's not like, right, we're gonna have to do a bit of story now. We'll do a bit of multiplayer. They can focus 100% on the story. So the story shows, touch wood, be good.
well, what do you guys even think about the next Assassin's Creed actually being set in England anyway?
It's got a top hat. I'm well excited.
I can't
A
wait
friend-
to hear the London
friend of mine-
accents.
Yeah.
Accents. Go, good day, governor. Banners and mash. Consider yourself well killed.
You've been sitting there all day thinking about that, haven't you?
No.
You've got a script ready for it.
I just got a really bad. I'm hoping that Americans aren't thinking, "Oh, great, you're going to see very famous people like Mary Poppins, Robin Hood."
Mary
One of the
Sherlock
missions
Holmes.
is to assassinate Mary
Blade.
Poppins.
I'll tell you something about I bet one person who's odds on to be in the game, Jack the Ripper.
That'd be interesting.
Well, they've already said that you expect to see Charles Dickens and Charles Darwin.
Yeah.
You're going to see all the Charleses. It was the
Assassin's
Charles
Creed
era.
But yeah, I think because it's that time of history, you'll have Jack the Ripper, or you could actually turn out to be Jack the Ripper.
Nah, he probably
Oh,
doesn't.
that'd be a bit killer of prostitutes. Is a bit unless all prostitutes are Templars.
Depends if they're Templars and they might be spies.
Depends on how much freedom you get in the game.
You can make-
as well. I've seen myself in GTA. Anything can go wrong. That brings the worst out of me.
I'd just get bored of standing still in GTA to start shooting people.
Yeah, shooting people. I think I had a really dark moment where I went on top of like a castle building, and I started sniping, and then the police came, and Cajr just came along and sniped me.
I ended his reign of terror. I will.
He killed a whole two people.
He ended that reign of terror.
And then I killed you again not long after. Then I killed you a third time.
And then we went on the trip through the sewers. Yeah, you didn't expect me to be the first one to mention sewers in the episode.
You're so mature. I mean, this is not even needed, is it?
Your maturity knows no bounds.
Exactly.
It's terrible, terrible.
Yeah, we had some fun there. But anyway, let's stick with Assassin's Creed. Yeah, be the first game where you what's it called? You apologise after assassinating someone.
Queue up to kill someone.
Hello, good chap. I'm just going to stab you. Are you all right with that? Good
Could you
show,
hold
good
on to this
show.
knife for me? Got a good show.
It's bully, everyone.
I think though because they're bringing it closer and closer to present day. Obviously, we've now been in Victorian London. After this one, where are they going to go? Because technology is going to take over from the blades.
Yeah.
Well, he can't be a good blade though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's going to. But it's going to get to a stage like if where did they go from here? Did they go to World War One, where it's all guns and cannons and
I
we go
always
World War
thought
Two?
it'd be a good idea to have an Assassin's Creed set in World War II during the Blitz in London.
Yeah.
I know London again, but this is my idea that I've had. Well, I think they teased it before, like concept art before with like the Zimuth up in the air and stuff like that, and you got to take them down.
Actually, you know what?
Jump on a big balloon and put your blade in it like shit. Should have thought that.
Yeah, just tear it down and
Well,
then land
no.
a
What,
haystack.
what about instead of it being in the Blitz? What about is the French Resistance?
Yeah.
Because that's good.
That'd be sabotage, wouldn't it? That's a lot like that.
Or what about if it was set in Berlin during the World War II?
Yeah, but nothing happened in Berlin really.
Yeah, but they can make something happen.
Well, you've got the
Behind
French,
the
you've got the Resistance in France, you've got the Blitz in London. All right, the Blitz is basically just people hiding from the bombs.
Don't. It's not going to end up Watch Dogs. I still don't believe in that bloody theory.
The only other thing I can think if it's going to go to World War II is if they go to the either the Africa thing, North Africa, or go to Japan, China-Japan area.
The thing is, I've got a feeling they've still got plenty of areas that they can cover anyway. I think
Well,
we've
you could always-
spoken about this many times now. Like I said, we've got the China, India, and what's
Russia.
it called, the Russia one that's going to be in Chronicles. Now they could always just continue on with those stories, and like, don't get me wrong, with Unity, a little bit of a spoiler alert here, they can continue with it. There's nothing stopping them from continuing with Unity or any of the other stories if they wanted to. It's like, have you ever wondered whatever happened to Edward at the end of Black Flag? He was still alive. I never finished that.
I never finished that game.
I finished that game.
Was he still alive?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you could still continue it.
Well, he had a son, and he ended up being the Templar in Assassin's Creed 3. You know,
Yeah.
you know, the assassins you play as. His father's a Templar. That Templar is, I think, the son of Edward Conroy.
That is one messed up family.
Well, Edward Kenway's son ends up betraying the assassins and becoming a Templar, and then he ends up, does he rape the Native American? Well,
Lies, I think.
He has,
a bit too strong.
Well, you know what I mean. He has a child with. You know all about that, don't you?
Surprise sex!
That's what he says to his hand every night.
Surprise! It's never a surprise though.
But
please stop, please.
So he ends up having a child with this American, Native American, who then becomes part of the assassin order to kill his dad, basically. So that's the end. But there was the Altair side, which they touched on towards the end of the Ezio's. But what happened in between? No, we don't really know. Where did he go off for?
In history as well.
There's still plenty that they can do with this. But we're now going away from this. What do you think of it being every year at the moment, being an annual game anyway?
It's okay, it works.
No.
Does it work though?
Yeah, but it starts to get get saturated as the story. You end up doing the same thing over and over.
Yeah.
Okay, they've got about 7 or 8 studios working on it, but don't get me wrong. I don't think anyone's actually asking for an Assassin's Creed game every year.
No, I do feel the game should have come out every couple of years.
I think they need to at least give a bit of a break. We don't want it every year.
Yeah, you're just going to be rushed to finish it, aren't you?
Yeah. The thing is, we expect it from like Call of Duty and that, and well, of course, the sports games because it's an annual thing anyway. But with Assassin's Creed, we don't mind. We're happy you do give us something, but we're happy waiting at the same time.
Yeah,
I think the thing we touched on it earlier between us. The thing about it is Ubisoft don't really have a big, a second big series to take over from it. They hoped Watch Dogs was going to be that, but
it never actually took off properly, did it?
So it's a case of what have they got to replace it while they develop it for 2-3 years, whatever it is.
It would have to be Far Cry. That's the only series I can think of that would have enough hype for it.
But then again, why do they need to do that? It's like, for example, Ubisoft do brilliantly well. Cat Attack!
See, Templar Kitty. It's going to kill me.
Kitty. No!
Oh.
Not!
Surprise, man!
Oh no, we've been taken off Twitch.
Pornography. Get down. Get down. Off. So why are you following my hand? It's not going to help you. You still fuck off. Seriously. Sit on that chair.
What was I saying? Anyway, yeah. Don't get me wrong, but when I see Ubisoft nowadays, I don't actually expect them to have that yearly title anyway. If it works for Bethesda, it can work for Ubisoft. So, for example, I think some of the best games that they bring out nowadays is their from the Ubi Art area, like Child of Light, Valiant Hearts, those kind of games. In my opinion, some of the best ones they've been bringing out for the past year or two. The thing is, we don't with the whole yearly thing at the moment. It's starting to get really boring, and you can see this with Call of Duty, for example. People are really getting bored with it. You see, even saying, "Oh, Black Ops 3 is coming out." There's not that many people actually interested in it nowadays.
No, the hype just kind of died down, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think a lot of people saw the logo and thought, yeah, cool. Okay, what else is coming out?
Yeah, it doesn't have that thing. But I want to kind of retract my previous statement by saying they don't have a series to take over from
What did they
Assassin's Creed. The whole Tom Clancy series is Ghost Recon,
we got
Rainbow Six.
that, by the way.
the Division, Hawks,
Yeah.
Splinter Cell. So they could, if they could do like Assassin's Creed 1 year, Rainbow Six,
Yeah.
Assassin's Creed, do it like that.
Bridge the gap, so it's a bit more. Give
So-
us time to get excited about the games.
And they've also got Prince of Persia if they want to resurrect that.
Yeah.
Well, what if they say that, look, Syndicate's now going to be another 6 months, and we're going to work on a multiplayer for you guys? Would you be happy with that?
I don't think the Assassin's Creed need multiplayers.
I don't think it added much to the.
No, like
guys
yeah,
at all.
it's good that it's optional, and like you don't really need to do it. But I don't know. I don't think Assassin's Creed works with multiplayer.
I don't know. I think
I like
it's-
the idea of kicking ass on my own without someone besting me.
I think
I-
I understand what you mean. I think with the story, it's still a very strong story no matter what. Even Unity, I actually enjoyed the story, and then the multiplayer part of it was an extra, but it was still a very strong extra. It's like, in my opinion, I love the competitive that you got between Brotherhood and 4. I had a ton of fun playing 4's competitive because of the whole stealthy stuff in that.
Yeah.
And the cooperative side of it, when we did play it quite a bit, it was really fun when we managed to have a game together doing the cooperative stuff. It's like, for example, look at the latest Co-op Carnage of what Hanksy and Heavenly did, the Assassin's Creed stuff.
Yeah.
That was fun, and people seem to be enjoying watching it as well. So, but by the way, we want to talk about one of the videos that came up this week. No, not
Huh?
that one. Another one to do with
Which one?
pigeons.
Oh boy,
I still need to watch that. I keep meaning to watch it and I've got
You don't.
around to it.
Yeah,
yet.
your favourite pigeon and dog.
Hearing the amusement
So
in
many,
Dog's
so
voice.
many.
Did you get
I
my?
just walk down the street now and I just get a little bit aroused by pigeons.
Just
A bit of
hear- you
breadcrumbs
don't want to
in
hear
your
what's on the
pocket,
latest
just
thing.
bait 'em in.
But anyway, sticking with Ubisoft a little bit, there's another, like I said, in this series, they've got the Tom Clancy series as well. The latest title in Tom Clancy is supposed to be The Division, which was
He's
first going to
delayed
be
for
coming out in 2014. Then they moved it to 2015. Then they added a new studio to help them finish it, and now it's not coming out until 2016. Is this game going to be coming out?
I want to try.
It will, but it depends on what the reasons are for delaying it. I mean, if you want to look at a game that seems to have done well from being delayed, Project Cars. I've heard a lot about good things about that game.
But then again,
You're
we
right,
can
sir.
always talk about games that have been delayed and it didn't work out for them. For example, Drive Club.
Or the more famous one, Duke Nukem.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah, that was a delay.
That was the biggest delay in the world.
They delayed it for
Forever.
so many years, and then it was shit. Apparently.
There was the joke of everything, and then they actually brought it out, and it actually was a joke.
That's why I dug up the ET game, 'cause I didn't think it was as bad.
But yeah. So it is Annecy or something like that. Who have now been put on to help finish the Division. I am not 100% bothered with it. I like the idea of the whole open world aspect to it, but I really, really hope that they keep an eye on what else is going to be coming out in 2016, especially with certain rumours of other open world games coming out, which are going to be a lot bigger.
Oh yeah.
Fallout 4.
Yeah,
Oh please.
That's not going to be 2016. That's going to be 2017.
you think it's going to be 2017?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what if they turn around and say, "Oh no, it's coming out at the end of the year"?
If they do that, I will.
I'd probably cry. Get excited.
I'd cry. Then I'd go to find the people that work at Bethesda and personally hug them all.
And they say,
Every
"No,
last one.
joke,
Yeah, hug,
it's
that
actually
it?
just going to be Fallout Online."
I might give the women some extra, but
Not a lot extra.
Because lol.
you got to keep them coming back for more, mate. Can't give them all at one go.
That's a good thing. Actually, talking about let's talk a little bit about Bethesda's whole E3 thing. Now we all are expecting it's going to be Fallout 4.
It's been apparently it's been pretty much it's been leaked by a production company or a production employee. It's been pretty much been leaked now as proper.
The thing is, the amount of times we've been fooled.
But
into
there was also the rumor earlier in the week that Guillermo del Toro's movie studio has done the opening cinematic for this trailer, I think.
Yeah, they've done an opening cinematic for Bethesda for E3. And I think someone actually labelled it Fallout 4 in their LinkedIn. But
didn't they mention the wasteland? So I think that's where everyone got a little bit excited, including myself.
Well, it's all the way. The whole thing's a wasteland, isn't it? Really, because it's just a post-apocalyptic.
What if it isn't Fallout 4? What if, like I said, they do
Let's go
Fallout
6.
Online?
Do not dash my hopes and dreams by going down this road.
They could do Fallout Online, and then it turns out like
No, that just wouldn't
I
work.
just see, looking at Doc's eyes just open up, thinking, "No, not again."
No,
The horrors.
to be honest, I'd like them to do some form of multiplayer within it, co-op side, but not a whole online game.
See, that's another game I like just walking around by myself. Maybe because I'm like a really big loner.
A game like Fallout, because the whole point is you're isolated, alone in the wilderness, and being in co-op, you're gonna take that atmosphere away from you.
What about two-player co-op? Because you can have an NPC character with you if you choose as a companion.
But then I like killing them. I blew up my dog with a mini nuke. not on purpose.
Got in the way.
I fired at someone and it ran after him and shot him.
Well, did he think he was playing fetch with you or something?
Well, it shouldn't be fetching mini
Fetch
nukes.
the nuke, boy.
Woof, 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 boom.
It's amazing.
You see Doc's eyes just open, thinking, "My dog was in there."
Yeah, like I said, I wouldn't mind a little bit of co-op in there.
Yeah.
But a whole online game, it's not, because you've got the guns and all this other weapons. It'd be basically it'd be pretty much close to a Destiny clone.
Yeah. I don't know. Like I said, I think they'll disappoint. They'll probably be right if they don't mention Fallout 4 by now, of how much we've heard it. And don't get me wrong, if they're doing a press conference now, they can be quite expensive. Well, press conferences at E3 anyway are expensive. That's why you only see people like Sony, Microsoft, Ubisoft, and EA doing these kind of things in the first place.
And Square Enix for some reason.
Oh no, Square Enix is now
Well,
doing that as
Square Enix, they've got a lot of other games they can showcase.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm hoping as well they're going to give us a Dishonored 2.
Yeah, or a little bit more teaser about Tomb Raider. We keep
Yeah, you
forgetting
got
that
Tomb
that's
Raider
coming out at the end of the year on
Yeah.
Xbox.
Isn't that not Square?
That is
Tomb
Square,
Raider?
yeah.
Yeah, we're on about Bethesda.
You mentioned Square as well.
Yeah, I didn't hear that bit. Sorry.
You just thrown it in there.
Yeah, why not?
Just
But,
start naming game studios.
But yeah, like I said, they've got to have some kind of huge announcement. And don't get me wrong, we kind of got an idea they're already making the Dishonored 2. We know Doom is being remade as well. What else are they doing? Some other stuff. I don't pay attention to them that much. But they're not. We need to do a press conference for this kind of material. The only game that they've got that they can do that with is either they're announcing a new Elder Scrolls or they're announcing a new Fallout. They're the only two that they can actually do that gives them a reason to be doing a press conference.
Oh yeah.
But also, I don't think you'll get an Elder Scrolls game. I think what they'll announce will be an expansion.
No, they won't do a press conference for an expansion.
No, they'll do the Fallout and part of it as well.
But
like,
it's also if that was anyone, that'd be ZeniMax doing that.
Yeah, but it's Bethesda. They're under Bethesda, aren't they?
Yeah.
Well,
If it's for an expansion pack for Elder Scrolls Online, I will be pissed.
Yeah.
Why?
Well, we don't need an
play it.
expansion pack.
Huh?
I don't play it anymore.
Yeah, but you can buy the thing. You don't have the subscription fee anymore.
When is it supposed to be coming on PlayStation 4 in next month?
Yeah.
9th of June.
So, yeah, perfect timing for it, I guess. But then again,
But-
talking about that, we've also got Square Enix. So what the hell are they going to be announcing to us?
I know one thing they should give us, because the
already-
time's kind of lapsed, is Final Fantasy VII's PS4 release date.
I am hoping just to see your face if they announce Final Fantasy VII HD Remaster is going to be coming. We're not doing a port, we're doing this instead.
Oh
No,
no.
no, that would take a hell
I'd
of a
blow
long
'em
time
up.
to do. That'd take a hell of a long time,
Terrorist.
because you've got to remember, all the backgrounds are all pre-rendered.
Yeah.
So they'd have to redo the entire game. It'd be
Do
complete.
Final Fantasy 13 remastered instead.
No, just don't go there. I could see him actually doing a Final Fantasy 13 bundle where it's all the games.
Oh god, don't do that, please. No one wants
yeah.
that.
Square Enix, they can throw a lot out there
Mm.
because they've got the Final Fantasy 15 coming out as well.
But
Is it 15 or 16? 15?
the thing is, if Square Enix wants to win E3, all they've got to do is announce that, and then they've won. They've won E3 for the
But
year, for the century.
I would
What they'll do is
I
going
want
to
them
give
to
them
do it
arse and their fans will lap that up.
I wouldn't want them to do it though, purely because if they're going to I'm going off what they did with Resident Evil, with obviously Capcom that though. They completely changed the game from the original,
Oh
to me.
god, yeah, I remember that, yeah.
because you had all these extra doors, the map was changed, things were in different places, and it just wasn't the same game. And if they do that, they'll add things, they'll move things, they'll change it, and it's like, it won't be the same game.
But then again, they might talk a little bit about, and they're supposed to be doing some kind of online, I don't know if it's an online store or something like that. What was it called? Shinra. Supposed to be doing some kind of Shinra project. We've not heard much about lately. I don't know.
I remember
what it-
something about that.
Yeah,
I think it wasn't it VR technology, something like that.
I don't know. They were doing something called the Shinra project. I think it was either that it's like a Steam type of thing or something like that, but for Square Enix. But we hadn't heard much about it since it was just announced, so we might hear more about that at E3.
Shinra Technologies Inc. is the next. Oh, it will fucking load now. Come on, load up. It's something about the cloud. I think it was cloud based.
Yeah. It could be doing
Cloud-based.
like a, like what EA Access does, but with Square Enix.
Oh, what? Yeah,
Shinra Technologies Inc. is the next evolution of gaming, harnessing the power of a supercomputer in the cloud. Shinra creates a groundbreaking not possible with today's current gaming technology. Shinra is not just what's next. Shinra is the technological breakthrough that will propel the industry forward. So I think they're basically trying to say we're going to make a game using the cloud.
That'll be.
Shit.
I don't know. It'll be interesting to see what happens. Anyway, we're going to talk a little bit more about E3 when it gets close to E3. We've got another 4 weeks to go until it's
To be honest though, it's going to dominate everything.
Oh, this is going to be huge.
News now.
Yeah. E3 is going to be huge this year, definitely, just because of the Bethesda announcement. And then, like I said, PC Gaming is going to have their own little press conference as well, which at the moment they've got. Cliffy B is basically his own product now. We've got companies like Cliffy B.
Wasn't he the
Devolver.
one that did Gears?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was pretty much the
Yeah.
hive mind of the Unreal company, wasn't he?
Epic,
They did the Unreal tournaments.
And now he
Epic.
left Epic, and now he's
Yeah.
pretty much his own company.
And then Epic lost the Gears thing to Microsoft.
But they sold it to Microsoft. They didn't lose
Well,
it.
it's still but they're not. Gears was like it would have made them a lot of money.
I don't know. I think they just decided that they can't really go any further with it and let Microsoft run it into the ground.
Do you want to know what I think? Something about E3 is going to be this year. I think there's going to be a lot of like definitive or HD editions this year again.
Well, haven't we heard
Because-
about a couple already? We've got
They've got Devil May Cry's having one, I think.
Dishonored's supposed to be having one.
Dishonored. I've heard there's a Gears one in somewhere.
Oh yeah, that's actually been officially, what's it called? Saying yeah, we are definitely doing this now. We've got the thing is you got to expect this now, especially this generation. Expect a lot of definitive games, at least for this year and probably into next year as well, because people still want to play the games that happened at the end of the last generation's lifespan. So, yeah. But one thing that we're not going to be having announced, this year, is going to be Nintendo's next console. They said that there's going to be no more news about it until 2016.
Yeah.
Except for one piece of news that it's not going to be region locked. We're going to have a Nintendo console handheld which isn't region locked.
It's about time, to be honest. It should have been region locked since the Wii.
I know. I don't. I think
they're like 7 years behind right now, aren't they?
Yeah.
With this. They're about 7 years behind with this. Like every other
been 7 years behind since the Wii, to be honest. They didn't even start having HD until the Wii U.
Yeah.
No offense to them. Give them time, they'll probably have cloud storage. Or do they? They don't do that.
So.
No, not yet.
Oh,
that's why they weren't offline.
That's why they got
at the time. That's why people play the games.
See Nintendo just laughing there. Haha, we can still play at Christmas. You guys can't. Talking about Nintendo a little bit. Two pieces of news story came out this week. One piece of news story and one event happened with Nintendo this week. It comes back again. First of all, Splatoon had a multiplayer beta thing on Saturday.
Yeah.
That both me and Billy ended up having to go of. And I find out from Billy that one thing that I hated about it, you could have changed, but they didn't actually bother telling us how to do it.
The little option icon that GD missed.
There was no little option icon.
There was.
These cats really this weekend.
Oh, yeah, fucking irritating.
Well, we managed to play a little bit of Splatoon multiplayer. I do enjoy it. You can definitely tell it's a Nintendo game, to be honest.
Yes.
Because this is their first person shooter.
It's not first person though. It's third
person, but it's their kind of shooter game. Because it's violent, but not too violent. You're killing them, but with ink. Or running them over with a giant paint roller.
Slow and painful then. Yeah, that's a real nice way of killing someone.
But yeah, there's one thing that I didn't like, but like I said, you could change the option, was that you use the gyroscope in the gamepad to aim. Don't please stop putting these gimmicks that you've got. Okay, I understand you've got the gamepad and it's there, but I like the map thing on it. That's a good thing. Just stick with that. Don't start using the whole motion sensor stuff with it, please.
It's an option there. You can choose to use it or not.
I'm going to be honest with you. I played it.
So
with
I've got a
the
problem with it if it's an option.
Yeah, I played it with the option on. Personally, do not use that option.
Yeah, I would give it a miss.
It's really not fun with that. That's the point of the
issue I had with that was resetting the camera, because every time I'd aim right to shoot or something, I want to go left, and then suddenly it would just refuse to move left, and then I have to reset the camera. It got all over the place, so I was like, nah, enough of this. Control sticks all the way.
What was it? Only Turf War that they allowed you to play?
Yeah, only Turf War, which the rules were to cover as much ground with your colour ink as possible. So the focus is not on you don't win based on how many kills you get. It's more of how much ground you can cover.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So it's just domination really without the flags. That's the best way to describe it.
It's a different way of doing it. And then you've got that weird cat at the end of it.
Yeah, Judd.
Oh, it's slowly going. We can already tell who's won here. You don't have to. I love it. There was one point where the team I was on, we completely dominated the other team. That we actually kept on spawn killing them. and you saw that the percentage went up. And thinking, no, they didn't get that percentage, and then it just zoomed back down again. Thinking, seriously, what was the point of that? Just be honest with them. You lost. You know you've lost. You can see the map. The map actually shows you where your ink is as well, and I'm guessing this will be with the other modes as well, because you use the ink to move around faster and get up, climb up walls as well, and get through grates. Because you've got to turn into a squid to travel through the ink, and you've also got to do it to recharge your weapon, which I remember.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
And you can go up walls through the ink as well,
Yeah.
so you can do quite a bit of acrobatic to get around the stage.
I give it, the thing is, if you do have a Wii U, it's one of those games I highly recommend you pick up.
Yeah.
I think it comes out on the
29th.
29th
Yeah.
of May. It's an extremely fun game.
It's not a console seller, but it's definitely a good one to add to your library
Yeah.
if you've got a Wii U.
There's other games that you can add on to it. It's like I said with me when it came to the Wii U, if you've got a list of games that you say, I will play that, play that, play that, play that, this will definitely be one to add to your list.
Yes.
That's cool.
Because it was fun. I enjoyed it. Like I said, except if I knew about the camera thing, I would have enjoyed it even more. But I only ended up playing the last hour.
It should have been default, just use the control sticks, but oh well, that was a bit of a misguided. But overall, everyone was happy from what I saw on Twitter, and
everyone seems to love it.
Yeah.
Every time I hear about it, people just seem to.
I've heard some good things about it. I mean, I won't obviously be playing. I don't have a Wii U, but it seems alright.
But now this is weird. Now I'm a person who is completely against advertising for Nintendo, but I do, like I said, I recommend you get this game if you can. But yeah. Now for the other news about Nintendo, what they're doing at E3. They're doing is it a World Championship or something?
yep, that's the name. World Championships 2015.
Yes, it's the return of the World Championships at E3 with the same logo by the sounds of things.
Yeah, it looks very 90s, which is Nintendo.
Well, personally, if you do not know what the World Championships is on for Nintendo, all I'd recommend is watch The Wiz, and that will explain everything. So,
Yeah.
He'll also explain the Power Glove and so many
the
bad
Power
jokes.
Glove. It's so bad.
Oh God.
If you need to know more about the Nintendo Championship, I recommend you watch The Wizard.
No, I hated that. When
Oh, no,
he was
it's
actually
terrible.
controlling it, and it didn't actually work how he was actually controlling it in the movie. And the code that you had to put into the actual device so it worked with the game. And it wasn't a short code, it was actually quite a long code you had to put in to make sure you had to program this glove basically.
Yeah.
And then it still didn't work.
It was like
Good
Connect in
times.
the 90s.
Yeah.
But anyway, seriously, explain about the World Championship. It's going to be Nintendo going to be doing a competition. I've got a feeling it's going to be multiple games, of course. But I think one game that we've got to expect is going to be there, Smash Bros.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
that's the most competitive Nintendo game out there, really.
What about Mario Kart?
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
Mario
it could
Kart
be Mario
2,
Kart as
Splatoon
well.
as well would be out by then.
Well, the thing is, I've always seen Mario Kart at things like EGX and stuff like that. They've always got some kind of, since Mario Kart 8's been out, they've had a Mario Kart booth anyway. Even to this day, now the game's been out for, about a year now? It's over a year.
Yeah, they had like a little big screen, didn't they, when I went there, and
There's a little competition for
people
it.
had little face off against it.
But, yeah. So, that's Nintendo for you. They're going to be doing something. Oh, and they've also got the Treehouse thing, and expect another Nintendo Direct. It's going to
Digital
be
event.
at that time as well. So, that's Nintendo for you. That's basically their E3 for
They
this
said
season.
no Zelda though. That's what I'm a bit upset about. They ain't talking about Zelda Wii U.
No one talks about Zelda.
And that's the most hyped game that's been talked about, and they ain't saying nothing about it.
If they want to make me happy about Nintendo at the moment, there's only one thing they can do. Just say Bayonetta 3 is going to be coming out.
Well, that's not down to them, is it though?
I know, it's down to Sega and Platinum Games.
It's not down to Sega anymore. I don't think Sega owns them anymore.
Don't they?
No, I think that's the reason why they're on Nintendo. I believe.
No.
Because they abandoned them.
I don't know. Oh yeah, they did, didn't they? Yeah. So Platinum Games. I'm begging.
That's the reason why it's exclusive to the Wii U, because Nintendo funded them.
That was what made me buy the Wii U in the end, was Bayonetta.
Boobs.
I like. Yeah,
Boobs on a smaller screen. Don't look at the TV.
Now I can look at boobs under the cover.
Talking about boobs, The Witcher 3 comes out in a week's time. And so far, we've got 2 news stories from this. First of all, The Witcher 3 pre-sales 1 million copies already. The game's not even out for another week.
It looks so amazing though. Like everyone's rating it so high. I think IGN gave it a 9.7, something like that.
I think the lowest score that they've had is an 8 out of 10, and that was from PlayStation.
The guy
UK.
pressed the wrong button.
No. They said that. I think it was either PlayStation UK who said this or another one. They said that the open world can be a little bit dull, but it's saved by its story. While someone else has said the story's a little bit dull, but it's been saved by its open world.
I think that's down to perspective of it as well, isn't it? I know. Like I read a couple of reviews, and like I know there's a few problems. Like people playing on PlayStation, obviously, it's sometimes dropped from 30 frames right down. But apparently they've already got a thing to fix that.
Yeah, but this is going to be the first Witcher game that I'm going to be playing anyway. I've got Witcher and Witcher 2, but I've never actually got around to installing them because they are big files, aren't they, in the end? So this is the actual first Witcher game I'm going to be playing, which I'm looking forward to.
No, that's so good.
But then again, I've heard a lot of people say this now. Said, I've not played the first 2, but how much I've heard about Witcher 3, I'm looking forward to it. So
yeah, I think everyone's just kind of jumped on the bandwagon with it, really. Like I played the other 2. I haven't completed them, but I played the first one about a year before the second one came out, and I got the second one on release and played that. And I rebought it on the Steam Summer Sale.
Yeah.
And I go into it. It's just amazing, like the whole idea of it.
I think this is the last Witcher game into. I think it's either going to be the last one in the current story, or it's the last Witcher game, full stop.
No, I've heard it's going to be the last one for Geralt.
Yeah.
It's probably
It ends his story.
Yeah. So he's going to die.
Yeah, because he goes on
Spoiler alert.
He goes on about the big hunt and stuff like that. So yeah,
There's a happy ending.
I hope so. I
Goes
think
off
it's
into
happy
retirement.
Yeah.
Well,
That's what I want to do.
But another story that came from it, I think you kind of said a little bit on it. Witcher 3 is going to feature dynamic scaling on Xbox One, running between 900 and 1080p. So, knowing Doc, he doesn't care because he'll probably get on PC, and he'll say, "I don't care. We are going to get more than 1080p somehow. We will do it because we're
4K.
Strong." Because they are the PC master race. No, you're not.
No, I wasn't saying a word.
What?
Well, I wasn't going to say a word about the PC Master Race this week. I was going to leave it out, but now you brought it up.
So let's move on. Another story from Witcher. It was sort of leaked, but retailers started selling it early in the Arab Emirates, didn't they, Cajr?
Did they? Oh yeah. Sorry.
Well then, there's the penny in the slot.
All that Nintendo thing's just kind of dumb my brain. I'm falling asleep halfway
That's
through it.
Nintendo for you.
But yeah, I didn't actually read into it, but there were things. I think it was yesterday. They were saying that there was some retailers selling it early, obviously a week early, and then there was a thing. Twitch put out a thing saying either the people are banned from either streaming the game because it's not technically been released, or people will get banned if they streamed it. I'm not sure. I can't remember now.
So if they had already streamed it, you're going to get banned. But if you're going to plan to stream it before it's actually released, you'll get banned as well. So it makes sense because technically the people who are going to be playing it are they're going to there to spoil it, if anything. But the embargo for The Witcher lifted today, I think it was. That's why we found out the scores. What other journalists have said about it. But I've got a feeling Twitch are going to still say not until the 19th.
Yeah, but it's not. It's because it's the game's technically not out yet. It shouldn't be out. All right, people might have got advanced copies, or this retailer's released it. The game's not out.
Yeah.
So.
Well, don't worry. We've got another 6 days to wait.
I do think if it's as good as it seems, it's going to be Game of the Year.
Yeah, I've got a feeling. Everyone
because it hasn't got much competition.
No, it hasn't actually.
E3's coming. Wait till after E3.
Yeah, but I've got a feeling what we're going to hear from E3 anyway is going to be
normally next year's games.
It's next year's, yeah. It's usually Gamescom that announce what's going to be coming out during.
Well, we've said earlier, what happens if Bethesda turn and say Fallout 4 is this year? Would that then go ahead of Witcher?
I
mean, when did we get Shadow of Mordor as
that was last year.
Announcement? Yeah, it was last year, but when was it announced? Was that not announced at E3?
I think it was announced before E3.
It was.
I can't remember.
Yeah, so I remember I went to game and I was talking to the guy about E3 and he was talking about Shadow of Mordor. This was before E3 because I was saying what you expected to see.
But yeah, like I said, we will get some games where they'll say, "Oh, it's coming out this year."
Oh yeah.
They always throw a few of them out, especially the big ones.
Yeah, well, I think it's going to. I think this is the biggest scored games this year so far that I know I've seen that isn't a remake.
Yeah. I don't know. It's interesting. By the looks of things, what's going to be happening in winter anyway? It's starting to build up to be another packed winter of games again.
Until a lot of them get delayed till next spring.
It's like one game that I'm looking forward to around Christmas is Rise of the Tomb Raider because I enjoyed the first one, so the rebooted first one so much anyway. And then, like I said, we've got Call of Duty, which it's going to sell well because it's always going to be selling to the same people.
Because there's more people that apparently are going to buy it for them, and they're going to be young twats who sit there and listen to music on the microphone.
Hey, I ain't buying it.
I thought you said you were. I was going to get it as well.
To be honest with you, I will probably end up getting it.
Yeah, I'll probably end up getting it as well, to be honest.
Yeah, see, look at these young twats.
But only probably I'm doing it based on who's making this one.
Oh,
Treyarch.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Pure because I want to see what they do with the zombie mod.
I've got a feeling this is going to be the
Zombie
last...
mode used to be the only reason I bought Call of Duty, but now still I'm so away from Call of Duty now. I don't think I'll bother anymore.
But then again, I want to see. I've got a feeling this is going to be the last one in Black Ops series anyway, isn't it? Because they usually do probably 3 times.
Yeah. So everything it pisses me off so much that they do everything in trilogies these days. It's like, well, we're doing a trilogy, now we're doing this trilogy. It's like, fuck off, just carry on a fucking story. Have a continuous story.
Well, it could be worse. They could be making 4 games in 1 year.
As long as like
pissed
some
off with
mode
Freddy
survives
with that.
without Black Ops, to be fine.
Sorry?
Wasn't like World at War technically a prequel to Black Ops?
Yeah,
That was
It was
awesome.
a prequel as well as a part of the story, so they could still make another Call of Duty that have the Black Ops characters.
That Russian dude, he was in both of them. He was the Kosovo character. He was the link between the two. What was he
Reznov.
called? Yeah.
How do I remember that?
Oh, yeah, that's a good point.
That was a good few years ago.
But that was a book.
Did not make the games into a trilogy.
7 books, 8 movies.
Actually.
There you go. The Lego games made them into a trilogy. The Hobbit, the smallest fucking book going, it's been made into a trilogy of films.
That's a good point. How did he even manage to do that? I
They
understand
did
with
more
Lord of the
plot.
Rings because it was already
Do
a
not-
trilogy, wasn't it?
The
Cowabunga.
Hobbit's not that small of a book.
It's only about 300 pages. I've read it. Compared to the Lord of the Rings,
I had
it's
to
tiny.
read
Of course, everything compared to Lord of the Rings is bloody tiny.
it.
Yeah, but I can't understand personally why they made it into 3 films. They've thrown a lot of crap in there, to be honest.
Anyway, I want to talk a little bit about Lego again. Have you heard of some of the what packs that are going to be coming out for Lego Dimensions? One in particular.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're getting the
Oh.
next Portal game, Portal 3.
Oh.
Oh, no, it's not. Oh, how cruel can Valve be? Yeah, there's a Portal game coming. There's 2 Portal games going to be coming out. One's a pinball game, and the other one's basically Lego. Enjoy. What? You wanted the third one? Yeah, we're not doing that yet. We've got other plans
Well,
yet.
Valve don't do trilogies, do they? They're like the
Can't count me onto
anti-trilogy.
They don't know what the number 3 looks like.
Instead of using fingers, they use hands. 1,
No, it's,
2.
the next real Portal game is going to be Portal 2 Episode 1.
And then it's going to be Portal 2 Episode 2, and then
2.5.
And then they'll leave it alone.
It'll be Portal 2, the after years.
Yeah.
Like I said, they don't count on fingers, they count on a hand. 1 hand, 2 hand. We do things in 2s.
Talking about remakes, there was a really cool remake that came out last week.
Which one?
Black Mesa,
Oh, yeah.
Half-Life.
Yeah. Well, one that it was a mod, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was, and now they've released it.
So there you go, with another mod.
Half-Life.
If I was Valve, I would have put money on that because then people would have actually bought it.
Oh, they released it now, so.
Yeah, too late.
Yep, someone's got to buy it.
Did we talk about what's it called? Oculus Rift last week?
Yes.
We did.
do it.
But that is going to be coming out early 2016.
Yes, so excited, going to buy another one.
Yeah, I remember us talking about it now.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we were on about doing 5 Nights at Freddy's with it.
That'd be fun.
That was me getting GD to Outlast on
No,
it.
get lost.
It's going to come round your
Yeah,
house.
because you're going to take.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're going to take it to his house, and as long as Hanksy did what Hanksy's forfeit.
You can't
Sorry,
do it,
Doc's
it's
going to GD's house. You'll never escape alive.
I'll bring the cat.
Let's talk a little bit about a survival game anyway. Have you guys heard about Ark?
Yeah.
Oh, this was
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, that was well good.
If you don't know what Ark is, it's basically it's going to be a survival game with dinosaurs.
And dragons.
Oh,
Video.
and dragons?
Do you
Aren't
not see the
dragons
trailer? At the end, there's a dragon.
Sure, it's not
Aren't
just-
dragons technically dinosaurs,
Yeah,
but can
technically,
They're
fly?
mythical.
But it's a dragon, they're different.
No.
So they are.
And are you George?
Huh?
What?
George and the Dragon?
Yeah, I know who you
Oh,
are. now. I gotta do
Oh,
it.
I want to see that. I want to see Puff the Magic Dragon versus Barney.
Well, it made me laugh because it showed in the still they show it shows you with bow and arrow, and I think is it a T-Rex that you're shooting at?
Yeah,
that's
but you
kinda
get
weird.
guns later on as well.
Yeah, but my point is that bow and arrow is not going to do fuck all to that T-Rex.
My
Well,
eye.
you might hit him in like the foot and he'd be like, oh, you broke my fucking nose, you dick.
Stuck my toe.
You just saw
It's like a
just
Lego
see the
piece for
T-Rex
a
just going
dinosaur.
like that. "Rrrr," and then ping, ping.
All you gotta do is get really close to it and he can't pick you up. Be like, no.
But every time I talk about T-Rexes now, I always think of the Lego Jurassic Park trailer, where its drone drops off and a cat picks it up.
They're talking about that. It's,
That-
they're going to be a Jurassic Park set also with the Lego Dimensions as well.
And the Doctor Who set.
And, we already know about Back to the Future. There's going to be a Simpsons set, and there's going to be a Scooby-Doo set as well, which has been announced.
Doobie-doobie-doo.
Jinkies.
So, but like I said, I think the one that shocked a lot of people the most was the Portal set. Because I think
Yeah.
this is the only one which is a game or being added to a game.
That's kind of limited though what they can do with Portal.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just white blocks, isn't it? With shell and a portal gun.
Well, have you seen what they've actually going to be, the 3 pieces that is going to be added to this? You've got Shell as a Lego character. I think it's the turret and the companion cube.
So it's just a cube.
No, it's like
Yeah,
a cube.
Everyone turns up in like
It's a Lego
Batman,
block.
You've got a fucking cube.
Hey,
It's a Lego block with a
love
heart
that
on it.
companion cube. This is the only friend you're going to have. Love
That's how
the
you feel.
cube. But also, what about Ukulele? They've announced another character, haven't they? An actual
yes.
trouser snake.
A snake that
Actually-
wears trousers.
We had to mention a little bit. It's easier.
It's
That's
Doc's
fine.
I'm saying
favourite game.
But yeah, that's last time I heard it's now on about 2.1 million.
Mm-hmm.
So,
1.5 million.
oh, dollars. Sorry, I was looking at
Dollar. No, it's pound.
Yeah, I know it's pounds, but I saw it as dollars.
All right.
So it's getting there. It's making its it's made its money.
What do you mean they're getting there? It's got there.
It's gonna
It's
get
got
there
day
slowly.
one.
But we've already passed it.
It's making amount.
I'm starting to feel sorry. I'm hoping that they don't make too much more because it's going to have the whole.
They already
blood
had
effect.
enough money before they did the Kickstarter. They were already. They said that they didn't need Kickstarter to make the game. They only said they would have money to,
Yeah.
and they did not expect that much reception.
Why do the kicks? This is what I get angry
Because
at.
it's
Why
because it's what it was such a high demand in this case. Like people were hyped for this.
Yeah,
they,
do you know
they are
how-
well known
Yeah.
directors.
But
and-
like, no, I'm just not going to get into this.
And how high demand was it? It took them 40 minutes to reach their target.
yeah,
That's how high demanded it was.
Yeah,
it's got.
I think I'm gonna side with Doc here. I don't understand why they've gone to Kickstarter if they've already got the money.
I think it was.
Yeah,
because-
Kickstarter. I don't understand. You're a small.
No, they ain't got the money because it was. They basically had the amount of resources to make a Nintendo 64 game, but thanks to this, it's going to be a platform
It's gonna
game
be
like today.
multi-platform now, isn't it? No matter what.
Yeah,
And I've seen some actual game footage. It does look quite good, to be honest. I'm
they had game
I'm
footage from the
actually looking
get-go.
forward to this.
That's
game
what
now.
they made in 3 months.
Yeah.
So you can imagine what they could do in a year with like this amount of money.
The thing is, this is how we're going to be getting on nostalgia area anyway nowadays. It's going to be Kickstarter, like we mentioned earlier about the whole. We haven't mentioned that actually. We mentioned it before the podcast about the Castlevania spiritual successor. What was it called again? Oh, Bloodstained. It took them under a day to reach its $500,000 Kickstarter goal. And if you don't know anything about this game, it's basically being led by the actual grandfather of Castlevania itself. And there's supposed to be a mysterious man also helping them with this. I'm really, really hoping it's Hideo Kojima. Just to
Well,
rub it in Konami's face.
If you could have anything on come up on Kickstarter, what game would it be for nostalgia reasons?
Silent Hills.
That's not nostalgia.
I
That's
just
because
want it now. They got to give us something they promised us.
Yeah, it's going to be a big bundle of letdown.
Yeah.
They only keep doing it, so get used to it and grow up.
We ain't had a good Silent Hill for years.
A game that I would like to see kickstarted. What, have you guys already got one?
No,
No.
I'm struggling.
It's really like underrated. I've probably never heard of it, but I'd love a sequel to Body Harvester. Body Harvest.
What's that?
No one's heard of
Oh,
it.
yeah.
It was made by Rockstar.
Yeah, I know that game.
It was on Nintendo 64, and it's pretty much what I like to call it. It was the alpha of Grand Theft Auto 3
Yeah.
I thought that was
with
cops
aliens.
and robbers.
Sticking
Soviet
with
Strike, that's a
Rockstar,
good one, Jimmy.
that were a good. That was one of my first PS4 games. I had 4 PS1 games when I first got my PS1, and that was one of them.
I'm trying to
I
think
think
off the top of my head, actually.
mine, sticking with Rockstar, that Bully game.
Yeah, Bully was great. I'd like a sequel to that. Maybe in
They
college or
did,
something.
they did the PS2 version, which was called Canis Canem Edit, and then they did Bully for the Xbox 360. But I technically have both as well.
I think. Oh, I've got one actually. One. I think it was PlayStation era. It was a small game called Jade Cocoon or something like that.
Oh, I love that.
I would actually want to see either a spiritual successor or
It did actually get a sequel. It was shit.
Well, I would see a spiritual successor or a reboot of that at least kickstarted, because it was.
Yeah, I love that because that was like the Pokemon game for PlayStation.
Exactly. Oh, I would love to see something like that come back. Something to challenge Pokemon properly, and not Digimon. Stupid Digimon.
Are they champions?
No, they're not.
Who made Jake?
Everyone remember a game called Heart of Darkness?
No.
Yes.
I have vague.
Love to see that game again. It was
I
PlayStation
still
1.
don't
You had to
anymore.
change a disc halfway through.
I don't remember it.
Yeah,
I
like a
think
little
Cajr's
Zappa,
camera
didn't
is
you?
a little bit lagging behind.
Yeah,
But
he's showing off his bully
yeah.
collection.
Yeah. But
How apt is this? Jake Cocoon was one of its publishers was called Crave Entertainment.
I
It's actually-
I do remember Crave Entertainment actually.
And it was actually distributed by Ubisoft.
Ubisoft, if you are struggling to find a new game to make, go back to Jade Cocoon.
It didn't develop it. It just published it. Distributed, sorry.
I'm
It was
guessing you still
developed.
have the
It was
publisher rights to it.
it was developed by Genki.
Bloody Genki.
Yeah, I remember Genki. It's the one with the like stupid head, which wasn't circular. And like 5 lines for her. Yeah, it was like a child made of face, basically.
Yeah, Shimmy says it was epic. Oh, Nightmare Creatures.
I don't remember. That one.
Ah, that rings a big bell.
Nightmare Creatures. I've got to search this one. But anyway, we're getting close to the end of the podcast. But we're just gonna have.
Yeah, I remember Nightmare Creatures.
What's Nightmare Creatures?
Yeah, I remember that.
You're saying you remember it. What was it?
Really badly graphical game, but brutal.
I'll tell you another
You're
series.
like two like hunters, and there's all different kind of gargoyles and stuff you have to kill.
There's two series I won't mind coming back, which I enjoyed as a thingy. First one is Conflict.
Yeah.
That was good one. And also, I don't know why I enjoyed these. I don't usually like these kind of games. It's Combat.
Oh god, yeah, the last time I heard about it, they ended up doing a free-to-play on the PlayStation 3.
Yeah. The last one, it was set in real world. I liked it how they had their own little world and that different thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know what I would actually like to see? Kickstart for Sonic.
Fix it.
No, just to finish
Just a
it off.
mod to fix it.
just kill
We'll
it.
pay
I will
someone
pay you just
fix
to
it.
kill Sonic.
Oh, good.
Right.
Nine.
Put him out of his misery, please.
And
Think Faker's doing that for you.
I think there's one film series I'd like to see.
He's
make a
already
decent
dead.
Game. Is Matrix. I'd love to see a Matrix game. Proper one.
There was one from...
There was that.
Enter the Matrix, yes.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
It was good, but it had its flaws.
What about Psychonauts?
Never played that.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's a few that I would like to see kickstarted, I guess. Yeah. So Kickstarter, that's the new. It's now actually starting to be good again until someone ruins it.
Well, Shovel Knight did well on it.
Until the next person does another ukulele.
Yeah, that's what I've learnt from Kickstarter. It's basically as up and down with gaming at the
Yeah,
moment.
it's either a hit or a miss.
Yeah, usually a miss.
Yeah.
But yeah. Oh, so let's do a few quick updates, even though we've basically been talking about the news this week. First of all, Life is Strange, the third episode, is going to be launched on May the 19th. Yeah, that was a brilliant idea, wasn't it? It's not like something bigger is going to be coming out on May the 19th.
There's nothing big coming out on that day.
You're going to win that day. Walking Dead shooter is going to be coming to E3 at E3 as well. So yeah, guys, guess what? You're having a Walking Dead game coming there.
Yeah, which if it's like anything like Survival Instincts, it's gonna be shit.
Destiny updates issues under investigation by Bungie as its House of Wolves looms. Yeah, that game is still a little bit buggy.
No, but
It's nowhere near as bad as Halo though.
Oh, don't, not just that's like
It
oh,
hurts.
that cuts deep. That does. It's deep.
so deep.
Bro.
Yeah, Ubisoft also owned up to the mess what happened with Unity as well. This is the main reason why they're going to be doing single player only with the next game. Kind of covered that already. Dragon Quest 8 is going to be coming to Nintendo 3DS, at least in Japan.
I love here again.
Okay, that's nothing. Devil May Cry 4 Special Edition hits on June the 23rd. It's going to have a 60 frames per second gameplay. The Last Evil Within DLC is going to be coming out on May the 26th. There was a video that Konami didn't want you to watch about Hideo Kojima. Final Fantasy IV: The After Years is now available on Steam. Just Dance will be the only Ubisoft-only previous-gen game moving forward. Yeah, Ubisoft has finally said that they're not going to be doing any other games apart from Just Dance on the PlayStation 3 and the Xbox 360. Not a huge surprise here. It's
Probably
about
for the
time
best.
when they start doing this anyway.
Expect some alt-rest to follow suit.
I expect only games going to be coming out on the PS3 and the Xbox 360 to be your usual annual sports games, Just Dance, and then some other games that you're not going to get
Call
the
of Duty
major games nowadays.
You'll probably get a toned down version of Call of Duty.
Yeah.
This is when you get the next wave of sales for the next gen consoles. And everyone starts making games for them. They're like, oh, my game. Or just get a PC.
Batman has now got a sniper rifle that causes guns to explode.
That's unsafe. When he's supposed to not kill anyone. That was his point.
Oh, don't worry, he's only making the guns explode.
That's
That
okay,
are in
but-
their hands.
Yeah, but what if
I've got a cannon in my car. They'll be safe.
what if they're looking down at Scorpio gun? It's like blows up. It's right next to their head.
I just exploded the car. It's okay. They're unconscious.
Don't worry.
Have you seen that video?
No,
Batman versus the Penguin?
not yet. What?
Where he's like, I don't kill anyone. And then like someone runs in, he throws one of the batarang in his head. He's like, well, you didn't kill anyone. He's like, I don't. They're like, but he's dead. He's like, no, he's not. He's sleeping. he's in a happy place now. I have to find that video again. Fucking weird.
Nintendo's new cross-platform membership service will likely launch in the autumn.
Yeah, you can see our excitement here, can't you?
There's a VR game that lets you hone your texting and driving skills. Something for you to do, Doc.
Yeah, it's even on GTA.
I think you're scraping bottom at barrel now, aren't you, GD?
Yeah.
End it there, because I want to see Doc's PowerPoint presentation.
I haven't got a
streaming
PowerPoint
list.
presentation. Like, I've had to change some of it because of tonight. So I was going to get home earlier. So I had to put
But you said you had a schedule and you were going to tell us the big reveal tonight.
Yeah, I've got a streaming schedule.
Oh, I was already explained your streaming schedule. Why I found the new game releases there.
I'll wait for like the bit, you know.
This is
What
the
bit?
bit.
This is your moment.
I've not had my intro.
So, Doc, any streams or game nights this week?
No, I'm really busy.
Oh, okay.
No, I do. So I
No,
was
I
going to
thought
do.
I thought your schedule was going to be something like every week it's going to be like set thing. I thought that's what it were. I didn't know it was just this week's schedule.
I can't plan my. I've done 2 weeks, but I can only go up to next Wednesday. Otherwise, it's going to ruin next Wednesday.
I didn't know that. I thought it was a regular schedule you were showcasing.
Well, I would, but my work likes to fuck me around. So if everyone's watching, I really love my job.
I apologise for.
So what is the schedule?
Okay.
You built it up on Twitter. You built it up on Twitter. So it's your own fault.
A 2-week schedule, and everyone else was on about page
Guys,
and shit.
the schedule, please.
Okay, so I was going to do Town Stadium tonight, but obviously not now. It's getting a bit late, and I need my beauty sleep, so I'll be doing the Town Stadium stream.
You need more. There's not enough hours in the day for you to get that kind of sleep.
Friday, I will be playing Rush, which is a budget bin game, which was given to me by Cajr, and then followed by GTA or Dragon Age. Saturday, I will be playing a bit of GTA, streaming it. I'll also be playing World of Tanks and streaming it, and also doing the Super Trench Attack, which is another budget bin. Sunday, I'm working. Monday,
Stream that, please.
yeah, it'll probably be more exciting. Actually, I might squeeze one in Sunday morning, so keep an eye out for that, depending on what the missus is working.
Yep.
Really. And then Monday, so I was going to look at my shifts, they've just changed. Monday, nothing, and then Tuesday, I will be streaming. I can't remember what I'm streaming now.
Witcher.
Yeah,
Witcher.
that's the one.
Well, if you're free on Monday, might we be able to do probably a little of a battle of a Craver style?
That's so wrong. I'll bring the cat. It's fine. Yeah.
Battle.
Yeah.
Battle.
Okay, yeah. If I'm available Monday, because I can't remember what I'm working right now, but yes, we can do it. But we can.
Have a battle.
Yeah.
And you can catch him at twitch.tv/DocRobin87, which you can see underneath his screen. Yeah, just somewhere down there. Next one, let's move over to Cajr. Have you got any plans this week? Game nights, anything? Blah 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 blah.
Schedule. Where's your schedule?
I don't have a schedule. I don't need a schedule.
I wrote mine down. Ooh.
Yeah, and you have to change it.
Yeah, I know. What fuck my right.
But I will be involved at some point over the next couple of days with UGD on the WWE Predicts, hopefully.
Oh God, I really don't want to talk about that today.
Is it not working right?
We don't know.
Apparently, I've got to uninstall and reinstall the game.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it basically some DLC that we needed for one of the matches. Turns out it broke the game online. So yeah, thanks 2K.
Yes.
Dicks.
No, I'm not the Manchester United football captain. What makes you say that, Shimmy? Oh no, don't go there, please. I just realised. Sign off. Also, I am planning on doing Final Fantasy X and streams. It comes out this Friday.
Oh God, yeah, I forgot about that.
So
Get to hear Titus's awful laugh again. Ah ha 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 ha.
Oh.
Ah ha 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 ha.
Sign off, Shimmy.
God, I love 10 games.
So is that nothing else, Coach?
I don't know what have you got planned for us. Oh, there might be something going on Thursday,
Yeah,
which
we don't know.
won't help. Won't help anybody because we're trying to get Welshie back.
We're kidnapping Welsh.
We discussing it over Twitter. He's available on Thursday nights.
Yeah, that's a good thing. If you guys can, follow us on Twitter as well, because we have some weird conversations on there.
Maybe not follow then.
GD, you didn't see the discussion me and Shimmy had about stock schedule.
See?
Just get me going today. Yeah.
We got onto page 3 of the Sun at one point.
He likes to watch Twitch streams and food.
Anyway, you can catch Cajr at twitch.tv/CAJR87. And Billy, any plans?
I am block filled with revision instead of
Oh,
games,
yes, good
unfortunately,
point.
for a couple of weeks, so I'll be busy with that. But afterwards, I probably plan to make another Mind Z game of that.
We've
Probably
already
join
got
you
2.5
again, GD, if you're
hours
up for that.
worth of footage that we've still got to sort out. By the way, the first episode of
Maybe the other games that were inside that lobby, like
Yeah.
Smash or something quick game like
Smash,
that.
yeah.
That'd be fun. But and I've got a little idea in my head of plugging in my Nintendo 64 and my capture card and start one and maybe
really
live
wanna
streaming
do that?
Nintendo 64 games.
Do you really want to do that? Remember what company that is.
Or fuck the police.
You're such
I don't
a
mind.
rebel.
I don't monetize my stuff anyway, so
good point.
if I
Mm.
do live stream, I'll probably
But yeah,
just don't.
yeah. So you can catch that at twitch.tv/Billy_boomers,
Down there.
which you can see down there. Yeah. Also, like I said,
Spit up.
me and Billy's started a new sort of series on
Oh, boy.
Crave Your Game on the YouTube channel. We've basically been playing a little bit of Mind Z, and our first episode is us in Kami and watching the swimming zombies.
Yep, we was getting lost, and I screamed like a little girl a few times every time a zombie made me jump.
And our adventure of making the cookie.
Yeah, that's the finale. Keep it a secret.
Well, personally,
Do we make the cookie? Spoilers.
I've got my board here, even though it's
Oh.
backwards.
On. Oh,
No, I just realised
Oh.
the picture's backwards, so I can't do
On.
it this way. So
That says on,
that says no.
this is
It says
on.
on,
because it's upside down.
dick.
Yeah, that note says no.
It says no to you guys, but it says on to people watching the stream.
Upside down, so it says on.
It's no. It's no.
No, wait for it to come up on the stream.
I can't.
There's no on
my-
the stream.
No. So yeah.
No, it just says on.
No, it's
No, it doesn't. It's a backwards N.
See? It's backwards then. So yeah, I haven't really got any plans of streaming at the moment.
Yes, you do.
Do I?
I need glasses.
WWE,
Oh
hopefully.
yeah, hopefully we can get the WWE thing done. I'm really not holding my breath with
There
that.
we go.
I'm really...
Oh my god, it's Shimmy! Turn over Billy!
It's Red Billy.
I am just really upset with WWE 2K15 at the moment. So, well, like I said, we are going to try and get that working. Hopefully, if we get it working, we've also got in about 2 weeks' time, we've got the Elimination Chamber version of that to do. Whatever we're going to be doing with Welsh,
we will be streaming something with Welsh just to mark the occasion.
yeah, we'll mention something on Twitter, so don't worry about that. We've got a Tower Bling challenge coming up. We don't know when we're going to be doing it at the moment. Probably be Sunday. It might not be until the following Sunday.
Is that PS4 one or the
Yeah,
X?
it's a PS4 one.
I am off. I've got Sunday off.
Well, this Sunday.
Nah, following Sunday.
Yeah, so we're going to be doing that the following Sunday, which
looks
will
like the
be the 24th.
Yeah, because I have a break from Witcher.
So yeah, that's something planned in the future. Also, I'll probably be doing some random streams. I've got to do the second part of episode 3 of Resident Evil Revelations 2. I've got to do the Crypt of the Necro Dancer, which I'm trying to do it, but I'm trying to talk at the same time, which is actually quite difficult with that game because it's the music, and you can't play without listening to the music as well, but it's a really, really good game. But yeah, if I'm doing any streaming, anything like that, you can catch me at twitch.tv/GDW2007. Also, for the update, the podcast, and any random pieces of news, you can catch that at craveyourgame.wordpress.com. Also, follow Crave Your Game at Twitter at Crave Your Game, or follow us. Basically, it's the same as... No, it's not. So you've got at CAJR87 for Cajr, you have at DocRobin87 for Doc, you have Billy Wiz for...
No, at Billy Boomers.
At Billy
for Twitter.
Boomers. Oh yeah, it's the same then.
There's no underscore.
And mine is at GDW2007, I guess we're all the same. Also, Well, go onto YouTube. We've got tons of videos on there. Like, for example, this week we have Mind Z with me and Billy. We've got the co-op Carnage of Assassin's Creed Unity. We've got 3 of the 5 games from the PlayStation Plus that Hanksy and Heavenly's done. Me and Cajr did a little bit of survival on Minecraft as well. We've had Fibbage. We've got Cards, the final part of Cards Against Humanity Round 2 there as well. And also the first episode of The Budget Bin, where Doc played Hatterful Boyfriend.
Oh,
you love those
I
pigeons.
am actually going to watch that tomorrow.
like, favourite, and subscribe.
Oh, by the way, the more you
For
like,
more pigeon.
the more you like that, the more we can make Doc play the full game.
You know,
I don't think he agreed to that.
Now I want a sequel for that.
Sorry?
Give it time, the flow will be.
With Peacock options.
Oh,
Well, I've
God,
heard some
thank
weird
you, Size.
things in that game that gets even weirder. It's like you can actually.
I've looked
accidentally
into
kill
it, and apparently there's an option like to go out with the pigeon, and the pigeon decides to kill you by stabbing you.
Yeah, there's like 14 different endings apparently.
there's no-
Oh, well, I look for the achievements. I'm
It's got more endings than Fallout New Vegas.
There's also you got like a murder mystery part of it as well in there
Yeah.
somewhere. So
Yeah, I managed half hour before
Stole
I
the breadcrumbs.
decided I hated the game.
But yeah, so that's what you can catch from us. And now for the final little bit, it is the new releases of the week. While my iPad decided to turn itself off. So, for Thursday the 14th of May, you've got Galactic Civilization 3 on the PC, digital only. And you've got Not a Hero on the PlayStation 4, PC and PS Vita, digital only. For Friday the 15th of May, you've got Codename Steam on the 3DS. And Final Fantasy X and X-2 HD Remaster on the PS4, which there is going to be a disc version. Because I think Cajr asked me about this yesterday.
Yes.
And then on Tuesday the 19th of May, you've got the huge Destiny Expansion 2 House of Wolves on the 360, PS3, Xbox One and PS4. And Farming Simulator 15 on the 360, PS3, Xbox One and PS4. I think I missed something. Oh, yeah,
said-
and Life is Strange Episode 3. Completely forgot about that. Oh, and Witcher 3, of course.
Yeah, there it is.
You know, one of the potential game of the years.
I do plan
Just
of,
forget about it.
of streaming it, like the whole adventure.
You know the biggest game that's on that list is Farming Simulator 15, right?
I already have that and already streamed it.
Oh yeah, I remember I've got it on the Vita. That game is really annoying. But yeah, it's going to be coming out on the 360, PS3, Xbox One and PS4, so they can share in the love.
Right.
So yeah, I think that is it.
Yes.
So thank you for joining us. We're going to be cutting it a bit short here since it's gone past midnight.
Yes.
So thank you for joining us, and
Yes, thank you.
yes. Wait.
Good night.
Billy, close us off.
Close off. Right, I'm going to be starting a Kickstarter tonight. It's called Billy Boomers Will Say Goodbye to the Stream. I've got incentives like $1 and he'll wear a top hat, $20 and he'll wear a monocle, $50 and he'll personally thank you for the monies, and $100 to recharge my 3DS because this is a bit out of order. So please go and give me money. I needs it, please. Bye everyone. Oh,
Oh,
Bye.
that's a point. That's a great
oh
game.
no, I have to
great
cancel the
game, and-
Kickstarter.
Sorry. We do not advertise this Kickstarter.
What do you mean? That's,
Advertise
that's
the
what I was
ending,
saying.
though.
$1.5 million of just finding my my bank tomorrow. Yeah, I think they've got nothing on me.
Thank you and good night, everybody.
Bye bye.
Good night.
Bye.
Hello, fellow Cravers, and welcome to the end of the video. You enjoyed that video, didn't you? Well, if you did, as always, please like and subscribe to Crave Your Game. We have awesome videos, like, for example, what you can see here. You have the co-op Carnage with Hanksy and Heavenly, where they attempt to do Assassin's Creed Unity co-op. You have GD's and Cajr's survival in Minecraft on the PlayStation 4. You have the first episode of The Bargain Bin, where Doc plays Hatful Boyfriend. Ha, he loves those pigeons. And of course you have the CTG Podcast episode 40 with me, GD, Cajr, Doc, and our guest this week, I am Ryan. We talk about a bunch of random stuff and zombies. Somehow we fit zombies in there. Also, you can press the subscribe button where you can notice where it says subscribe, of course. Also, for the updates, any news, and the podcast when it goes audio, you can catch that at craveyourgame.wordpress.com. Also, want to know when we're doing some random funny game nights? You can by joining cravethegame.net, where we basically post our game nights and stupid other little things. Thank you for watching, and good night, or good day. Right, I'm going to go for a drink now.